Hey y'all, and welcome back to Diamonds Hustle. So look, I'm super excited about today's lineup. We're going to be diving into some amazing job leads with the spotlight on a fantastic opportunity from Google, but that's not all. I've got even more great leads to help you land your next big role. So if you're ready to make moves in your career, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your network, and subscribe for all the latest updates. And with that being said, let's get started and make today count on Diamonds Hustle. So let's check out that first opportunity. All right, guys, so listen up. Have you ever thought about diving into the world of public records? No? Well, let me go ahead and tell you. I'm more excited than you might think. So we're talking about a full-time gig as a public records specialist, and that sounds pretty fancy, right? And guess what? As always, you can do this position from the comfort of your home. Now, with that being said, because this is a 100% remote opportunity, you can work anywhere in the U.S. Now, let's go ahead and dive into this role. So here's the deal. You'll be the Sherlock Holmes of public records, right? Digging into all sorts of court documents and criminal services with a precision of a surgeon. Now, your main mission really is to process client criminal services, ensuring everything is done accurately and on time. So you'll be working with various database platforms across referencing information, making a few phone calls to clerks and court offices, and basically becoming a whiz at legal lingo. And yes, you'll need to turn all your research into reports that are crystal clear and error-free. No pressure, right? Now, if you think you have what it takes to do this job, let's go ahead and read on. Now, if you can handle legal jargon without breaking a sweat, have a solid grip on Microsoft Office, and know your way around the internet like it's your own backyard, you're already halfway there. You'll also need some strong attention to detail, great research skills, and of course, top-notch communication. Now, because let's face it, you'll be talking to a lot of different folks. With that being said, the starting pay for this opportunity is going to be $15 an hour or the minimum wage in your area, whichever is going to be higher. Plus, you can snag some bonuses through the Operation Bonus plans as well. And you do get benefits, and we're talking about medical coverage, financial perks, unlimited sick time, 22 days of vacation, and even parental leave. Basically, it's a pretty sweet deal as far as benefits are concerned for this opportunity. Now, if you got 1 to 2 years of experience as well, especially in a call center or a similar environment, maybe even a background in criminal justice, then this could be the perfect role for you. So as I always tell you guys, what are you waiting for, right? Go ahead and apply. You might just find your next career adventure as a public records specialist, which can actually lead to a better opportunity as far as different opportunities in HR as well, because pretty much you are dealing with people's background. So if you get this opportunity, you can actually look at different avenues that you can actually explore that's going to pay a lot more, but the title is just going to be a little different. They got background investigators. It's a few more opportunities that you can look for as well. But this pretty much is like an entry-level opportunity for you to get your foot in the door so you can actually get a better paying job. There's going to be, more up your alley if you're looking for more money. But if $15 an hour is good for you, then that's fine too, right? I'm not knocking nobody. So with that being said, let's go ahead and check out the next opportunity. All right, so I do want to talk about this super exciting opportunity that just popped up, right, at Beyond. They're looking for accounts receivable specialist, and trust me, this could be the remote job that you've been dreaming of if you're into numbers, that is, right? Now, it's a full-time opportunity. It was just posted yesterday. So picture this, right? You're in your PJs, sipping coffee, and managing the cash flow like a boss, right? So you'll be the go-to person for applying cash receipts, resolving payment discrepancies, and making sure all those unreconciled orders don't stay a mystery for too long. Now, think of yourself as a detective, but instead of solving crimes, you're solving accounting puzzles. But there is more to it as well. So you'll also be compiling reports for market partners, and that sounds pretty fancy, and making sure any orders needing verification are sorted out. Plus, you'll keep those dashboards looking sharp with updated aging activity and outstanding exceptions, basically making sure everything is on point. Now, what you need to be able to bring to the table for this opportunity is just a few things, right? So if you're proficient in Microsoft Office and have dabbled with Oracle or other accounting software, you're already in great shape. They're not asking for a ton of experience either. 0 to 2 years will do the trick. And hey, if you can prioritize like a pro, think logically, and adapt quickly when things change, then this role might just be the perfect fit for you. Oh, and then again, you might need that high school diploma, which is going to be required. So make sure you got that checked off as well. Now, the pay is pretty decent, between $37,925 to $45,000, depending on how awesome you are. And let's not forget about the perks. So I'm talking about some good perks too, right? So here they are. You're going to get 401k with 6% match, flexible schedules, tuition reimbursement, leadership development programs, an on-site fitness center, and some amazing employee resource groups as well. So whether you're into fitness, networking, or just a mentor, they've got you covered. Now, if this sounds like your kind of gig and you are ready to be a part of a team that's not only passionate about what they do, but also values individuality and diversity, then Beyond might just be the place for you. So go ahead and apply, and maybe you'll soon be balancing books and cracking accounting codes from the comfort of your own home. But with that being said, if not, then let's go ahead and bounce right on over to that next opportunity. So let's check it out. All right, guys. So look, next I want to dive into this awesome opportunity that I came across with Lumen, right? So they're on a hunt for a human resource shared service coordinator. And let me tell you, it's all about juggling tasks with grace and a smile. And this might just be your jam. So let's go ahead and take a look at it, right? So if you guys are interested in Lumen, I'll let you read more about Lumen. But for now, let's just go ahead and bust out into this role. So this is going to be a temporary gig, perfect for those of you who want to dip your toes into the world of HR without a long-term commitment. Now, it is fully remote, which means you can rock your slippers and still get things done. Now, your main mission really is to be the glue that holds the recruiting and onboarding process together. Now, think of yourself as the ultimate matchmaker, scheduling interviews, coordinating offer letters, and making sure new hires have everything they need to really start strong. Now, you'll be the person really that they rely on, right? From candidates to hiring managers, and trust me, they'll appreciate your knack for getting things done smoothly. Now, got a year of experience in something similar, that's going to be perfect. Plus, if you can navigate Microsoft Office like a pro, and maybe even a little experience with tools like SuccessFactors, then you are going to be golden in this opportunity. Now, I do want to go ahead and talk about some other things as well. Now, remember, all you need to do this position is that high school diploma, so you don't need a degree to do this opportunity. Now, as far as the pay, right, because who really doesn't want to know that? The salary for this role really depends on where you are based. Now, with the range starting at $38,119 and going up to $58,850 in some states, so you can make a decent living while doing what you love, all from the comfort of your home. Now, what's next, they say, is all you have to do is apply, and you might be asked to complete a video interview with a few questions and some fun game challenges. Now, don't worry if you're not ready right away. They'll send you an email, so you got a few days to get camera ready. And of course, there's the usual background screening, so make sure everything is in order on that front as well. Now, if this sounds like your kind of role, all you have to do is go ahead and apply, and who knows, you might just find yourself connecting people and making a real impact with Lumen. And this is actually your way to get into human resources if you have ever wanted to actually be a part of that niche. All right. But if not, then we are going to bounce right on over to that next opportunity. So let's go ahead and check it out. All right, so look, here's another cool opportunity as well. I think that you might find pretty interesting. So really, guys, look, picture this. You're at home, maybe in your comfiest sweats, sipping your favorite coffee, and really making a real difference in the world of real estate. And that sounds pretty cool, right? So this role is for a customer experience consultant at Showtime. Now, let's go ahead and dive right on into this role, right? So what you'll be doing, first things first, you'll need to get cozy with all the features and functionalities of Showtime's products and services. You'll be that go-to person who can really handle customer inquiries like a pro, whether it's via phone, email, or chat. You'll be resolving issues, prioritizing callbacks, and documenting cases like a multitasking ninja. Now, also, you'll be promoting additional Showtime products. So a little upselling never really hurt anybody with this role, right? Now, this is that fully remote opportunity, so you can work from anywhere in the U.S. as long as it's not at the beach, because let's be real, sand and laptops really don't mix. But seriously, you'll have the flexibility to work from wherever you are most comfortable. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this cash. So the pay range is $18.80 to $30 per hour, depending on your experience, performance, and location. And yes, there's either potential for equity awards too. So you can really make your mark on this position itself. So who are they looking for? Well, if you got at least 1 year of experience in customer service or something similar, you're off to a great start. You'll need to be a pro at resolving customer escalations, juggling multiple tasks, and keeping cool under pressure. And of course, excellent communication skills are a must, whether you're typing away or chatting on the phone. Now, if you're someone who's comfortable sitting for long periods of time, because let's face it, most of us are going to be glued to our chairs these days, then you are golden in this opportunity. So if this sounds like your kind of gig, why not give it a shot? You'll be a part of a team that's making a real impact in the real estate industry, all while working from the comfort of your home, and that's a pretty sweet deal, right? But if not, then I have one more bonus opportunity that I want to share with you guys before we dive into that Google opportunity. So let's go ahead and check it out. All right, so check this one out, right? Now, this is ideal for people who love the fast-paced world of restaurants, but really want to work from the comfort of their home, right? Now, you can join as an accounts payable guru for their UK and European operations at Wendy's. Now, this role has you working across the pond, but no need to pack your bags. This is going to be that remote opportunity. So really, what's the deal, right? So imagine being the go-to person who makes sure Wendy's suppliers get paid on time and that everything's running as smoothly as one of their drive-thrus on a Saturday night. So you'll be managing the invoice approval process, making sure invoices are coded correctly and route them to the right people. Plus, you'll be setting up new vendors, making payments, and advising on accrual. So basically, if you got to do with the money going out, then you are going to be on it for this opportunity. But there's a little bit more as well. So you'll also be diving into some detective work as well with this opportunity. Now think of it as a financial CSI by researching accounts, reconciling invoices with the goods and services received, and pulling together documents for audits. And if you're the kind of person who loves finding ways to work smarter, not harder, they want you to bring those ideas for automation and efficiency to the table. Now, also you'll have supporting markets, right? And franchise invoices for incentives, which is just a fancy way of saying you'll be helping, making sure everyone gets what they need to keep things rolling. And yes, there are going to be a few other ad hoc duties as well, because let's face it, no job description is going to be complete without a little wild card. Now let's go ahead and talk about Wendy's and who you are as the perfect candidate. So you'll need at least a secondary school education. And if you got some experience with Microsoft Excel, Word, and Outlook, you're already on the right track. They're also after someone who's detail-oriented, customer-focused, and can juggle multiple tasks without really breaking a sweat. And if you got experience with Oracle, NetSuite, or Outlook, that's going to be a huge plus. Now, as far as the pay, this job comes with a pay range of $20 to $33 per hour, which is a pretty sweet deal. Plus, there's a little travel involved, about 10%. So you might get a chance to see some cool places or just rack up those frequent flyer miles. So if you're looking to dive into the world of accounts payable with a company that's iconic as Wendy's, then this could actually be the role for you. Just think, next time you're grabbing a Frosty, you could also be the person making sure everyone gets paid to keep those Frosties flowing. Now, that sounds like a win-win to me. So if you are interested, go ahead and apply for this opportunity. But if not, then let's go ahead and check out this Google opportunity to see if it's that job that you have been searching for. All right, guys, so here we are, that last opportunity. So Google is on the lookout for a social brand creative brand studio to join their opportunity. So you are going to be that mastermind behind the scenes, coming up with those genius, scroll-stopping ideas that people just can't help but like, share, and talk about. So you'll be cooking up all this good stuff, right? So social-first content, scripting, pitching, and then turning those ideas into something real with the help of a whole crew of creative think designers, just like you will be, right? So editors, strategists, you name it. Now, Google does not mess around when it comes to these qualifications, so Let's pay attention to those. Then look out for someone with at least a bachelor's degree, or maybe you've got some serious experience to back up instead. So if you don't have a bachelor's degree, but you got that experience, they'll work with you. Now, you'll need about 5 years in creative world, so whether that's writing, video editing, design, or something equally cool. Now, if you got a killer portfolio to show off, that's going to be even better. If you're sitting on 8 years of experience and can handle everything from producing film to editing, you in the bag, right? So if you're a whiz at graphic design, motion graphics, Google's going to be even more impressed with you. Now, what's this gig all about, right? So let's go ahead and dive into that. And so it's all about building the Google brand. You'll be teaming up with a bunch of smart folks, marketers, strategists, engineers, and more to make sure Google stays at the forefront of people's mindsets for being super helpful and trustworthy. So it's about telling stories, making people feel connected to the brand, and really finding clever ways to weave Google into the cultural fabric through social media. Now, as you guys can see, the compensation, right? Because, hey, we're all here to do what we love, but getting paid, well, it's going to be a nice bonus. So the base salary for this opportunity is $135,000 to $200,000, depending on where you're based and what you're going to really bring to this table. And don't forget the bonus, equity, and a bunch of sweet benefits that Google is known for. So if you guys are ready to take your creative chops to one of the biggest stages out there and make some social media magic, then this could actually be your next big move. So keep those ideas flowing. And who knows, you might just be the next Google brand creator. Now, with that being said, that is actually going to be a wrap up for today's lineup. So whether, you're looking at Sterling, Beyond, Lumen, Zillow, Wendy's, Google, there is something here for everyone, right? So these companies are all about pushing boundaries and looking for passionate people ready to make an impact. So if any of these roles spoke to you, now is the time to polish up that resume and take the leap. If you guys go to diamondhustles.com, I do have resume templates as well if you guys are interested. All right. Now, thanks for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of the latest career opportunities. And until next time, keep chasing those dreams, and I will see you in the next video. All right. Bye.